new year, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited about 2016. I cannot tell you. I've spent the last couple of months really trying to get clear on life, trying to get clear on my purpose, trying to get clear on what I want to accomplish, and the past 2 weeks specifically on what I want to accomplish in 2016. I have spent hours upon hours planning and making sure that everything was laid out to ensure my success. And so I thought that I would share with you an interesting fact about New Year's resolutions. New Year's resolutions generally do not work. I mean, how many times in the past have we just set New Year's resolutions and then by like March we're like, you know what, this isn't gonna work for me, and then we just completely give them up. There's a study done a few years ago that said that only about 8% of the population actually follows through with New Year's resolutions, and that's sad because I think we should always have direction and we should always have momentum moving forward. And so it got me to thinking, how can I share with you ways in which you can make your New Year's resolutions stick? So instead of just making New Year's resolutions that are just blanket statements, let's take those New Year's resolutions and make them SMART. So what exactly does SMART mean? Well, SMART is actually an acronym. It stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant or realistic, and time-bound. So let's break it down. The S stands for specific, like I said, and specific means that you are very clear. A lot of people know what they don't want, but very few of us are taught the art of clarity and how we can instead focus on what we want. What you focus on expands. That means that if you're putting a lot of energy and a lot of thought into a particular thing, then that thing is likely to come into your experience, because what you focus on expands. So make your goals or your resolutions very specific. Instead of saying, I want to lose weight, which is generally a really popular New Year's resolution, right? Instead of saying, I want to lose weight, that's not specific. How much is weight? Do you want to lose a half a pound? Because that's losing weight. Do you want to lose 75 pounds? That's a lot of weight. So make your New Year's resolution goal very specific. So I'm using the lose weight one again because it's popular. So let's say that's your New Year's resolution goal. Take that and say, okay, I want to lose 10 pounds in 2016. We're going to use that as our example for this time. So make it very specific as you possibly can. And the best way to do it is really to just ask questions like who, what, when, where, and why, and really get specific about what it is you want to attain by December 31st, 2016. Next is the M, and that is measurable. Make sure that you have a way to measure your success. So again, if you just say, I want to lose weight, how are you going to measure that? Are you going to measure it by losing 1 pound, 10 pounds? But if you say, I want to lose 10 pounds in 2016, then the 10 is specific, but it's also measurable, meaning that when you lose 10 pounds, you can say, great, I was successful at this goal. So how can you measure your success? That's what the M stands for. And then A is attainable or achievable. Is this something that you can possibly do? So this is where people normally get hung up, right? So you can say, I want to lose 10 pounds, and that's measurable and it's also specific, but do you have the resources where you can actually achieve this? Do you have, do you need a gym membership? Do you need a personal trainer? Do you need to start eating organic food? Like, what is it that you need to do, and is that an achievable goal for you based on the resources that are available to you? And then the R means that, is it realistic? You have to make sure that it's realistic for you. So don't give yourself something that you know is just, you're never gonna do. Like, don't say, I will lose 120 pounds. Well, I mean, is that something that's realistic? Because what that's going to do, if you don't create something that is realistic and achievable for you, is it's just going to start to discourage you. And once you get to, like, you know, March, if you haven't, you know, reached a target, then it's going to just really be frustrating and you might end up quitting. So make sure that your goals are, they're specific, they're measurable, they're achievable, they're challenging, but also realistic. So challenging would be, I want to lose 25 pounds in 2016. That's a pretty challenging goal. Losing 25 pounds, that's 2 pounds a month. For most people, that's a difficult goal. So I would say, go with something like that. And then T is time bound. When do you want to do it by? So let's say you want to lose 10 pounds. Do you want to lose 10 pounds by December 31st, or do you want to lose 10 pounds by June? Maybe you have a wedding coming up or a big event coming up in March. Do you want to lose 10 pounds by March? So making it time bound and a specific measure of time for how long you're going to give yourself to accomplish the goal makes it all that much more palpable, all that much more like, okay, I can do this. I'm going to really work at this because now I have something to work towards and I have a deadline. Deadlines work, but you have to be committed. So that's why making SMART goals is so much better than blanket statements like, I want to lose weight, or I want to get a new job. So be really specific about what it is you want. And the way that the mind operates is, the more clear you are, the more you focus on what you want, the more you can see yourself and envision yourself in the process, and then all cylinders just start firing. Like, gives you more creativity, you get more intuition, you start to notice more opportunities as they come to you. These are backed up by scientific studies that this is just how the brain operates. Like, the moment that you sort of get into the groove, you get into the vibration. That's why a lot of people talk about, you know, being a high vibe or staying in high vibration, because that is actually true. Like, the more that you think about what you want and it makes you happy and it makes you hopeful, like, those are really great feelings to have, because then you start to see more things that make you happy and see more things that make you hopeful in your experience, and then that's likely to bring what it is you want into your everyday life. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. Okay, and the next step to this SMART goal, and this is going to be like a supercharge. If you really, really, really want to get your New Year's resolutions to stick, you created them the SMART way, and now you were like, okay, I'm ready to do this. My biggest suggestion, and again, this has been proven time and time again, is to write them down. So there was a study done at Harvard University a long time ago, maybe 30 years ago, and they interviewed all of the, I think it was 1979, they interviewed all of the graduating class and asked them who wrote down their goals, like what it is they wanted to accomplish in life. And only 3% actually wrote them down the SMART way. So 10 years later, they went back to that graduating class and they interviewed them again, and the 3% that actually created SMART goals and wrote them down were more successful than the 97% combined. When I say successful, they measured it in terms of monetary income. The 3% made more money than the 97% who did not write down their goals combined. Like, that is insane. And sometimes it's sensational, it's kind of hard to believe, but the study is, you can actually look it up. I think it's called the Harvard Vision Study. There's plenty of articles on it online where it just measures how writing your goals down is very, very important and can actually spur you on towards accomplishing the goal. So I would highly recommend that. And because I recommend it, I've created for you a PDF for where you can create your SMART goals. It's very specific. You can print it out, put it up on your wall, put it in your planner. I put mine inside of my planner. Again, I told you I spent hours upon hours just really creating the goals that I wanted and making sure that they were specific and measurable and attainable and realistic and time-bound, but write them down. The PDF link is going to be in the description box below. I want you guys to download it, print it out. You can print out as many copies as you want, give them to your friends, because this is going to be a really big supercharge for you when it comes to making sure that your goals actually happen in 2016. All of the information about how to do it, I'll make sure that I'll put that in the PDF as well, how you can create the SMART goals. It's going to be very user-friendly. There's not going to be a lot to it, but what it is going to do is it's going to force you to actually think really hard about what you want specifically and then how you are going to accomplish those goals. If you have big dreams and big goals like I do, then this is really going to, it's only going to help you, is what I'm saying. It's only going to be a tool that you can use in 2016. It's really going to get you to the next level. And I cannot wait until the end of the year when you come and tell me that you planned out your SMART goals in January and you were able to accomplish every single one of them because they were smart and you wrote them down and you stuck to it. So if you have any questions about it or about the PDF or whatever, then please be sure to leave me a comment down below. Look out for more videos like this. Every single Saturday I'm going to be posting a lifestyle success video so that we can all be successful in 2016 together. I am so excited. I cannot tell you, like, my goals, I have some pretty lofty ones, some ones that can kind of be out there, but like they say, if your dreams don't scare you, then it's kind of not worth it. So if you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and do that, and I'll see you next time for our next edition of Lifestyle Success. I will talk to you very soon. Take care.